Okay guys, we are in the step 7. So at the beginning of the step 7, they give you some introduction about the sub-collection and also the collection concept. Hopefully you already understand the collection and sub-collection concept based on the video before this. So if you check your Firestore, actually you're going to have the your Firestore is start from the collection and then document. And restaurant is the collection, and then inside the restaurant collection you have the document for each restaurant. After that you will have the collection again, and then you have the document. So it's like collection, document, document. Alright, for the time being you won't see this inside your Firestore, the rating collection, because you haven't done it. Alright, so let's continue the step 7 first. Uh, For this step, we are going to modify or add the rating for the restaurant information. So all the code at the below, basically they perform something like this. They read the restaurant current rating and also to calculate the new one. And then they add the rating to the sub-collection, and then they update the restaurant average rating and also the number of rating. So let's just copy the code, and then we put the code inside the add rating function inside the restaurant detail Java. So I will start copy from here to here, go to your Android Studio, check for the add rating, okay, and then remove this code and then copy it and then set it. So after that, try to run it a minute. After you successful running, you should able to add the rating. Let's check the Firestore first. I will select the different restaurant here. Alright. So let's select the Firestore restaurant and then we'll add the rating from the application. Okay. For the restaurant, I already add the rating, so that's why you will see the rating collection. But for this, we haven't add any rating yet. So let's go to the application and search for the Firestore. It's under the category of Visa. Okay. Firestore. Let's see the Firestore. Firestore. Okay. The current rating is 4, and then actually they don't have any comment yet, so that's why the display is as 0. Alright, so let's add the rating. Maybe I just give 1 star, and then maybe I don't like it. I will give 5 star, and then give some comment. Submit. After submit, you can see the new average will become different, and then you have the 1 comment here. Alright, so let's check back your Firestore. Okay, I think you need to refresh. After refresh, you have the Firestore restaurant. You can see we have the new rating collection, and then we have the document here. So it's the comment I just put inside into the application. So the rating I give is 5, and the comment is 9 visa. And by default, they also record the timestamp when we perform this comment, and then the user ID and also the username. Okay, congratulations, you're able to add the rating inside the Firestore. So let's check the code, how they actually add it. So if you check the code, the add rating, actually the add rating function receives 2 parameters or 2 information. First is the restaurant reference and also the rating. So restaurant reference and also the rating is the, you can say is the, when user click it, the restaurant information, Firestore, okay, will be passed to this parameter. Okay, and then because you want to add the rating, so that's why we need to have the reference for the rating. So using the a restaurant reference, the restaurant information, dot collection, rating, dot document. This is how we initialize the document for the rating, and then we will add the code below. We will add the rating inside this document. But first, where actually the restaurant information come from? So it's based on the add rating function, right? So we try to find it, want to copy, and then we should it add rating function. Add rating. Alright, so the add rating, you have two information, rating and also the M restaurant. So actually we are more interested on the restaurant information, where the code can get the restaurant information. So let's find the M restaurant left. So from here, we look again, where is the information come from? Alright, so you can see the information is from the Firestore collection restaurant dot document, and then of course the information is based on the restaurant ID. So where they can get the restaurant ID, so we try to trace back restaurant ID. Alright, so the restaurant ID is from the intent, the extra. Alright, so it from the data from different activity. So based on this key restaurant ID. So let's try again, find the key restaurant ID. Okay, so right now we can't see any key restaurant ID that's coming from, because the key restaurant ID is from the different activity. So I hit the Ctrl Shift F to find the key restaurant ID. So because it's the intent, I will look for the intent. Alright, okay, we can see the key restaurant ID actually is from the main activity. So let's check the main activity, and then you search for the key restaurant ID. Okay, so key restaurant ID. Alright, so the key restaurant ID actually the restaurant they get the information from the document snapshot which name as restaurant. Okay, so that's why you have the restaurant docket ID here. So let's see in which part of the code they call the on restaurant selected. So let's find it. Alright, the on restaurant selected actually it comes from the restaurant adapter. So let's go to the restaurant adapter, and then we search for the on restaurant ID selected. So let's see the function. Alright, okay. So you can see this is the view holder, I think. No, is it the view holder? Okay, this is not a view holder, but it's the yeah, this is a view holder, correct? So we have the recycle view holder. So when user click something, this function will be triggered. The set on click listener will be triggered. So that's why they can get the information from the snapshot. So I believe the document information is inside the snapshot. So let's see where they get the or assign the snapshot. Okay. Okay. The snapshot is passed from the bind function. Okay, let's see the bind function. Okay, so you have the bind function here actually is on bind view holder. So inside the on bind view holder, you have the get the snapshot function. So let's see the get the snapshot. So when you click it, you cannot find the get snapshot function inside this adapter. So I believe it's come from the different Java file. So let's try to have a look on the extent at the beginning of the classes. And you can see actually the restaurant adapter is extend from the Firestore adapter. So let's check the Firestore adapter. Okay, so you search the get snapshot. Alright. So when you get the get snapshot function, or you will know, oh, the restaurant information actually is from the M snapshot. So let's check the M snapshot. Okay, you know the M national actually is at the beginning of the tutorial. So we store all the restaurant information inside this M national. So this is how you trace back or you try to understand the code. Okay. So from the M national, you have the restaurant ID, and then you pass to the restaurant adapter. After restaurant adapter actually is being called by the main activity. So inside the main activity, you pass the information to the restaurant detail activity. So this is where you can get the restaurant information, and then you will able to continue to update the rating. So let's check back the code inside the tutorial. Set number, hold on, yeah. Okay, so we already know where they can detect the user click on which item. So when user click the fire spot restaurant information, the information will be from the adapter to the main activity and so on, and then until the end is will be stored in this restaurant ref. All right. So in this code, basically we will try to add the new rating and update the Firestore data. So you can see the code. Okay. Uh, First they get this the restaurant is different than the restaurant reference. All right. So basically they will duplicate the information that is sent with the restaurant reference. That means the restaurant old information. So after that, after user have keyed in all the information, they will try to calculate the new number of the rating and also the new average rating. So for the new information, they will store inside the restaurant. All right. After that, this is the code that where is actually you replace the data inside the Firestore. So you have the old information and then you have the new information. So using the transaction.set, you are replacing the new information of the restaurant to the old restaurant information. Alright, so the actually where you pass the data to the Firestore by replacing the new information to the old information. Okay, that's all for me. This is how you try to run and how you trace back the data. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.